Friends, colleagues, and mortal enemies, welcome to the adventures of Prince Mayor, Yuning Godslayer, a man who seemingly won't die, for better or worse. I do feel like at this point, the majority of the campaign has been friggin' Yuning Godslayer. Here we are with our campaign, our character, our realm. As a reminder, I'm on holiday right now. As you're watching this very same thing, we are back to regular schedule on the 29th, whatever day that is. I think it's like Saturday or something like that. We'll be carrying on as usual. I'll be able to catch you with comments or whatever, but until then, everything is pre-recorded and going to be around 30 minutes for each episode. Yuning Godslayer, a man who was apprenticed by a wizard and then wanted to live up to his ancestors, as determined by his randomly generated backstory available in the description below, has, I would say, achieved both of those things. He has become a hemoarch. He has, forged, what, like 2 bloodlines at this point? 2 bloodlines. He has stacked up 61,000, almost 62,000 prestige. He has built a wonder in almost every province. We've got one in Jiesland being built, one in Nanisland, Baysland, the City of Wonders, of course, in the capital in Dongisland. We built a giant statue of a horse. We've really started it in the Faroe Islands, and a statue of Yuning himself in Orkney there. His son, Frederick Godslayer, a man who was an idiot and ignored for most of our character's life, has come back from his days in university in China a much better character. He is 26 years of age. He is tall, he is slow, he is homosexual, he is Chan, and renowned physician, and all of these other great traits that he will hopefully put to good effect in the realm. As you might remember, Yuning Godslayer himself was never destined to rule. He became good through his own actions and his own destiny, and hopefully the same will be true of Frederick. I'm going to try and marry Frederick off, though, as the first port of call here, even if he is homosexual, which is a negative on fertility there. He will still step up and do his duty. Even if he's not in love with these lovely ladies that we will set him up with, he will still be more than happy to try and make an heir. So that's going to be our first port of call here. It's going to take him a little longer because, again, he's not really into it. But he'll maybe volunteer. We can marry off to this lady here. Jan of the house Carl Smith. She's fertile. Ideally, we'd like a combination of, say, lustful / fertile / hedonist and some big brain thing, like prodigy or genius or something like that. So let's go and have a quick swoop around here, and then we'll catch us up on what we did yesterday. I feel like we should be looking for men, women, preferably. Preferably women that are not in prison, not married, and not rulers who are within Diplo range. That narrows it down to 2. Upper, a Lashling, I don't know how to say her name, but it's that really, big, important, powerful dynasty. You've all heard of it, I'm sure. We could bring her in, a prodigy Lombard lady with Midas Touch giving that fertility bonus. If we can bring her to court, she can't come to court because her grandfather is a baron, which is a little bit shitty. There is a way we can set that up, though. We want what's best for this dynasty. It's always been our character's interest and backstory, of course, to make the dynasty as powerful as possible for him to live up to the dynasty. So, of course, we need to ensure the next generation is going to be as good as he is. So I think we wouldn't be above a murder plot to free up this lady. We have heard rumors of her mighty brain. And that's what we're going to try and do with this. We could try and invite her, see if she wants to join the council. She's not up for it. Why? False religion. Racist. Okay, I'm going to kill your grandfather now because you've annoyed me. We've got to try and get something to balance out Slurvar, because Slurvar is a fucking idiot. We need to do something here to make sure that, even with just us, it's 169 nice % plot power, because we're just that good. We're just that big brain. We're just that well connected. We're that powerful. Our ambition to strengthen the religion ended. Oh, because it got above 50% without our help. Oh, fair enough. See the realm prosper, be at least at peace for 5 years. That's never going to happen. What happens if we fail that? Nothing happens if we fail it. That's good, because we're not going to be able to... peace is not an option anymore. We've had enough peace. Now we're out here, and of course, a big chunk of yesterday's episode, which again I can only apologize for, but, it was slightly a bit longer to make up for it, was distributing perfectly and building perfectly the feudal system of Ireland to the point of perfection. The only mistake I made is not marrying them off before I landed them, because now a lot of them don't actually have heirs. We've already had to redistribute Ulster there. The guy who's in prison, the Duke of Connacht, is in prison without an heir as well, so it's a bit of a mess. we ourselves have a secret other plan brewing. In a raid, we kidnapped the pregnant wife of the Basilius, who was sacrificed to the gods, but before we sacrificed her off, she gave birth to Lorgarus Bardus, because her father was Basilius, because his father was Basilius when he was conceived. He was born in the purple. Wasn't literally born in the purple, wasn't born in the chambers of the Imperial Palace, because he was born after we'd already kidnapped his mother, so it wouldn't make much sense. But he's metaphorically born in the purple. He is the successor and expected heir to the Byzantine Empire, and he just happened to be sat in our prison, being educated by none other than a Union Godslayer. We are going to try and make a Han-Norse, Germanic, Byzantine Empire. And it's going to be glorious. A Trojan horse, a Han-Norse horse, a horse, if you will. You know, there's one place you haven't raided, and that's Venice, because they're probably the richest where I'm going here. It's only got an abacus. That's fairly pathetic. What are the economies of the world looking like right now? We're doing exceptionally well, to say that. I mean, look at the rest of Scandinavia, right? Dog shit. We're doing incredibly well. We really are just a light in the darkness up here. Let's start building up, I guess, other places. I was thinking we should just sort of get you overseeing construction and build up the other places, because just with him alone, as you can see there. Oh, my wife Birgitta has food poisoning. Good work. I'll be honest, I didn't even know she was our wife. Who is this lady? Let's start upgrading this, because I've been saying for a while now we've got nothing to build, but it turns out we do have stuff to build. We've just got to move our guy around a little bit to help build that up. And it seems a little bit of a shame. Ah, strange chest. Our search has uncovered a strange chest made of an unknown metal. Thank you. Now, it does seem a bit of a shame to have this otherwise very influential and powerful kingdom, a kingdom-level title. Of course, we are a grand princedom, because we're not actually nobles or royal or anything like that. We are just a merchant republic, ultimately. But it is a shame to have a couple of our provinces in our capital island not living up to the rest of it. Hello, you want me to become a dragon? Rejected. We're not becoming a dragon, it will displace our culture. And our guy, he's better than a dragon, as I've said many times before. Being a dragon would be maybe a step back. The only thing I think that could become what's this? Siege engineer, got it. The only thing that would be of benefit to becoming a dragon, in my opinion, is the lifespan. That might be the only benefit to that, because the lifespan would potentially push us over 100. And then with that, we get that centurion? Why can I not remember the word now? The living over 100 years of age bloodline, which would be fantastic. And we're out of gold for the first time in a very long time. Our spy master has also become a dragon. I have rebalanced the Draconic Society to make it a lot harder to become a dragon, but it turns out people are still transforming. Even with my changes that I would describe as exceptionally harsh compared to the base mod, even with that, the AI is still converting fairly simply. So I might make some changes on that front. My kinsman, the Duke of Man. This is a guy who we basically set up to be the Duke of Man. His predecessor was the, not his predecessor, wasn't his relative at all. Where is he? Oh no, it was the Isle of Man, that's right. Oh, he gave it away again, you prick. Anyway, this guy we killed off so that he could take back the Isle of Man, and then he gave it away to this guy. You moron child. Well, either way. Wants to marry my daughter, Lynn Don't, the delicate... Actually, she came out pretty good to this guy. Strengthen the familial bonds across the realm. That's all right. Yeah, okay, I can fuck with that a little bit. I suppose we'll go and get more gold then, seeing as we're trying to drag Iceland up kicking and screaming to the quality of the rest of the island. What have you got for me? Gaze into Odin's eye. Odin, we need technology. Damn it. You're giving me those stat bonuses. 25% chance gaining 1 diplomacy, 25% chance gaining 1 martial. We gained 1 learning. Not bad. A little bit below what we would expect to get from that, but that's okay. Right, let's get to work then. Back to raiding. You know the drill. We're just here for a little bit of money to try and bring Iceland up. Now, our big long-term goal for the longest time with this character and our previous characters has, of course, been trying to get the Hemoarch bloodline. Oh, this is all burned down. Was this me? You know, I get the feeling it probably was. Yeah, you know what? We're going to have to go elsewhere. Was getting the Hemoarch bloodline. Now, I have installed a mod. Palace is complete. We'll take a look at that in a second. We'll need more money. I've installed a mod that will allow us to check how much we need. But I also, I think for the time being, if we get to the end of today and we still haven't got the bloodline, then we'll check. But I still want to leave it in a little bit of suspense. Because I'm almost kind of a little bit concerned at this point. It might be broken, which would really suck. But we'll do another... like I said, we'll wait until the end of today. If it's still broken, we'll check how much we need. And if it's over like 200, then it's definitely broken. At which point, I'll fix it in between episodes. Because it'd be a real shame spending our entire lifetime working up to this thing that turns out was never working. Oh, someone converted. But we are trying to convert Ireland into Germanic as well. That'll be quite nice. Nice. Thrall workers in the capital again. All our previous slaves died off. And I think that was probably because we converted Ireland to feudal literally overnight. 100 castles popped up over Ireland. Right. Prisoners are what we need, though. I'm not interested in any of this shit. Just give me some people. Damn it. Hello. My patrician, Duo Digby Chicken Caesar, has improved relations with Queen Maud. Oh, what great news. I couldn't give less of a shit. Now, we are still... I mean, to be honest, I still want to get a little bit of revenge on the French as well. After all, they are pretty much the only people who have ever managed to crush our armies. Not too happy about that one. And I would love to teach them a lesson. But right now, France is teaching itself a lesson because they're in a civil war. Give me the gold. Hello. New Filka. Oh, and that's the other thing I sort of said that we should try and do. Vassalize the Filka. Now, to do that, we'll need a temple in our capital to grant to her, and then we can vassalize her. That would give us control over the religion. She would still be the religious head, but because we're a king and she's only a duke tier character, we would be above her, and it would be very imposing, shall we say. We'd be able to, you know, imply a few things about how she should rule this religion that maybe might favor us, if you get what I'm picking up on. All of Merchant Republics are just corruption. We've corrupted the election campaign by pumping it full of gold to make sure that our son is going to take over. We've, of course, bribed the council en masse yesterday so we could pass the laws that we want to pass. Banking laws. We don't want banking laws. The more we moderate the market, the lower our patrician houses are going to be happy about that. Might benefit us, given that we're the ruler, but if there ever comes a time where our family falls from power and we go back to being just a regular duke, we would be at a massive disadvantage there. There are laws and rules against very high interest, fraud, and delayed repayment. No. We're all right with that one, thank you. We don't need to increase our domain size, although we could. We don't need to do that. It's on a scale. So at this level, you've got the lowest domain size, but this, you've got the highest vassal limit. Similarly, this size takes away from your vassal limit, gives you more domain size. So less people serving under you with their own land and more land you can personally hold. Revoke title, though, would be fantastic. We are allowed to legally seize hereditary titles from traitors and unlawful subjects. We're going to go for that. And like I said, we've still got the council bribed. So they have to vote in our favor. The Filka, on the subject of her, thinks that there are some bad things happening. The signs could not be clearer. Longer periods of sudden darkness have followed prodigious sightings of two-headed children and storms of fire. Rivers are drying up and crops are bleeding as clouds of blasphemous vermin encircle our lands, harbingers of impending doom. Ominous stars will pay the 400 gold to try and avoid such a dark and evil fate. How annoying. Ah, there you go, prisoners. That's what we're here for, more than anything else. The gold is nice, of course, and more people are converting. Great. The news of the All-Father is spreading throughout Ireland. The Chinese Norse Ireland. Merchant Republic. Sorry, I forgot about that one. You gave me a heart attack. I thought it was the fucking Dungeon Master come to cut me down in my prime. Ever since you lost your limbs, you've started seeing things in a new light. Animals seem to consider you less frightening. They approach you more often than your courtiers. Whether it is not by pity or affection, you never know. This one particular bird seems to have the intention to be your most loyal friend. A parrot that hates everyone else but likes sitting on your shoulder. My new best friend. Rock, best friend. Prince Mayor, Union Godslayer the Worm gets a loyal parrot, giving us martial prowess and -1 diplomacy. You're probably wondering what the hell is that about. Well, there is a base game Crusader Kings event, whereby, if you have a hook for a hand, a peg leg, and an eye patch, you get a parrot. Much like a pirate would. And bear in mind, we pulled out our eye and chopped off our hand for the ancestors, and we lost our leg in a rabies incident. So we have a parrot. A permanent parrot friend. Wowee, thank you, parrot. We didn't really need the martial prowess, but I suppose I'll take it anyway, thank you. Oh, that's nice. A little bit of companionship in his old age is good. Give me the gold. We're always going to take the gold. We're a greedy man. Well, not always, but for the most part, we're going to take the gold. So, let's see if... you know what? Let's finish this loot first before I get distracted. I was going to say, let's go see if we can build anything else in the capital now that we are, you know, going to focus on the weaker points. Oh, shit. She's been influenced by a Jurchen educator. That's no good. I don't like that. We're focusing on the weak points of our realm. So we'll deal with that in a second. Let's bank these boats first. I don't know what that was. Somebody stealing something else. Our vassals are going out there conquering, apparently. Who was that guy? Sorry, I wish I'd have read that now. Or just kind of like, oh, great, it's another war. I don't really care. Who did that? Was it him? City of Bodmin, saying Germans. Oh, he's taken Cornwall. Ah, my bird. Well done. Okay, good work. That's fantastic news. We got a pirate. He's taken Cornwall. It is a pirate capital. Good shit. How we doing? Almost full. Almost full. And then we'll sacrifice the prisoners. Who knows? Maybe this will be it. Maybe not, but maybe it will. Oh! Time for us to visit Dong Eastland. I thought I set the prosperity events to focus on here. I mean, more likely to prosper and develop. Ideally, yeah. But the prosperity events are still targeting the capital. I mean, it is our capital. You'd expect that. But occasionally this place will prosper too. I think we should build this up instead then. Although I think we're done here, aren't we? Regardless. Yeah, we're already set. Finish off the recruiting office. That's the final thing too. It'd be a shame to leave that. I suppose we could also build the fort. I'm still debating whether or not this is a worthy investment, because generally they despawn on succession. But hey, at the rate our guy is surviving, that could be another 100 years. You never know. The guy seems to be living longer than all of our other characters combined. There you are. Not much of an investment either. I mean, it's fairly cheap. Right, let's move you over to Eastland. We'll deal with that when we've banked the last of our gold, which we have done now. Okay, let's get that back to Cornwall. Use it as a pirate's paradise now. There you go. Fantastic. Someone can betroth. And what's going on with our plot? He died. Oh, she's in prison. No. Her dad is Baron, so we have to kill her father. Who's got her imprisoned? Let her out, please. Why is she in prison? No. If we kill her father, she's likely not getting let out. But we could start the plot, let it brew, and then if we get the opportunity to kill him, we could say, yeah, kill him, if the daughter's been released. If not, we'll just say, no, now's not the right time, come back to it later. Until hopefully, what if we send him some gold so that he ransoms her out? Ransom your daughter. Go get your daughter. Go get your daughter. Here. Take all this gold. Get her out of prison. Don't ask. The kindness of a stranger. Hopefully he will ransom her. Thank you. Ah, he's got her out. It actually fucking worked. I'm a genius. Can we invite her to court now? We still can't because her father is a ruler, but he is in seclusion. This could work. I could be a genius. Recruit a court physician. We don't have one. Well, that's not good. Invest in the local economy. Of course we will. Thank you. All right, let's take a quick look here. Court physician. Xi, the philosophical tutor, is maybe the best court physician I've ever seen in my entire life. Philosophically, that is. Are you truly ill? Is it of the body, or is it of the mind? Wow, Xi, you've really got me on that one, big man. So we're going to marry off that ruler of man to my daughter. Good shit. There you go. I'm hoping this fires soon so that we can get that prodigy. Once in a lifetime opportunity there. Do you want to make this guy our physician? No, I'm okay, thank you. We're good. Much appreciated. Right, let's get back to building then. So I want to throw you in. I've already moved him over. I have. There you go. Let's get to work. Let's get some prosperity going here, so that we can get things nice and converted over. And hopefully get that holding slot. And then hopefully get the religious head under our thumb. And that gives us all the power we could ever need. It'd be nice if we could have been religious head. But of course Sweden decided they had other ideas. They decided instead they were going to fuck the religion up and then convert away to Hindu. Really helpful. Really great. Yeah, it is basically our religion because we're the only one fighting for it. My wife has caught syphilis from someone. I will show that vile cow what I do with traitors. She didn't catch it from us. We don't have syphilis. So, I mean, I'm no expert. But there's surely only one other place she could get that from. City Guard. Maybe it was the City Guard. I was just saying that we're building City Guard. I don't know what she does in her free time. I didn't even realize she was our character's wife until now. Maybe there's a reason that she's sleeping with other people. I can never place my finger on it. Maybe that's exactly why she did. Okay. Let's get this upgraded. Prosperity, please. Ah, construction of stage 2 of our City of Wonders is finished in Dong Eastland. Now, of course, we've got to build the actual wonder upgrades. My daughter vanished without a trace. Oh, shit. She turned 40 without being married. She's just disappeared. Culled by the game, basically. Wow, shit. Okay, I'm going to start marrying them off. I did want to try and get them land. That was always the goal. But we haven't been able to get tolerance. So we can't land them. So I guess I'll just marry them off to anyone. Bollocks. That's a real shame, huh? Right, there you go. That's looking better. And then finally we'll move you down to here and we'll sort that out in a second. Right, so upgrades. Let's have a chat. Now the generic upgrades are at the bottom. These are all generic upgrades. Starting from Torture Chamber, if I'm not mistaken. Might be starting from Great Roads, Watchtower Network. Yeah, these are all generic down here. And those are available in every wonder. So if we go to the City of Wonders and we also scroll down that far as well, you'll see the same thing here. So like Historic Mural. So Historic Mural is the generic ones. That's where they begin. So ideally we don't want to build the generic ones because we can build those wherever we want. In our capital, we want only the best. Fancy Throne Room gives 0.05 monthly prestige. Trapdoor gives 10% arrest chance and -1 to court size cost. Royal Bedchamber gives 5% fertility and a unique decision to have a private conversation with characters. A Throne of Skulls seems very appropriate for the character, or a Golden Throne. Can we gild the skulls of our enemies? That'd be a nice combo. Torture Chamber also seems very good. Allows intimidation and private conversation there. Brewery, which is another kind of generic one. You can build that in certain places. Allows you to send alcohol as gifts. Tavern also might allow us to remove stress. I think let's start with what's the most on brand for our character. A Throne of Skulls. Can we not build this one if we've got the Throne of Skulls? I wonder. Maybe we could do both and gild the skulls. That'd be incredible. And we can rename these wonders. So we're going to rename the Great Library to the Wizard's Tower, as was akin to our character's backstory. Not built yet, of course. The Great Temple. I'm happy to leave that how it is. Nannyson Palace. No, we're going to call that Palace Godslayer. I think that makes more sense. It's not just the palace of this province, it's the palace of our dynasty. That way, if ever, dare I even say it, if anything ever happens that makes us lose this, history will remember the victor. And the victor in this case being us. Except with the exception of those 2 French armies, but we don't talk about that. Right, can we build anything else here? We already are. Oh, that's right, we're building the university. 22 years. What do we need to upgrade this? 4,500. All right, in that case, we will start upgrading Palace Godslayer. We can build a feature in the Colossus, right? Colossus of Man. We can, we just don't have the money for it. The Great Chain to cover the harbor. Cuts up any ships that try and sail across. That's fun. A coffin. Piers. Harbor Office gives tax modifier. Tariffs and tolls. Murder holes. Man, these are all quite fun, aren't they? Put murder holes in the Colossus of Man. Having poured boiling oil out of the end of his giant bronze penis. Maybe we'll do that. In the meantime, I think that's all of our wonders more or less fully upgraded, right? You can see them down here. In fact, why don't we adjust our outliner? Because honestly, it's not really helping us too much because it's just too much information. The whole point of this is you're able to see at a glance what needs sorting out. So we don't need to worry about forts because it's so minor. And you know what? I don't really give a shit about hospitals either. The Grey Works, definitely. Maybe not council, I don't care about. Players in multiplayer is irrelevant this time around. Characters of special interest, I like keeping that enabled, but I can't see them. Navy rally points, get rid of. Army rally points, get rid of, because we can just find those by literally clicking this button here. And there you go. Trade posts? Yeah, you know, they're taking up a lot of room, and ultimately, all they're going to do is bring in gold. You know, we can see how much they're earning by clicking that button and looking at this screen here. So again, that's not really saving us that much time, but finding the Great Works, there isn't like a shortcut to go to those. You have to click it and then, you know, kind of go through them like this. So that will save us a lot more time on that front. Yeah, I think this is a little more clearer now. And I can't believe I'm saying this. We need more gold. We finally found something to spend all this fucking money on. Let's get in there. Can we get to Paris yet? Or is it still blocked by fort level? Oh, it is, you cowards. All right. Let's start from where we left off in France and keep burning it all down then, I suppose. Let's get to it. What a complete mess. Oh, 100 more gold. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then this will all be investing right back into the Great Wonders. And I guess we built up... Actually, did we build up the south in the end? I don't remember. No, we didn't. So we've got to build that up too. You know, for somewhere that has our capital palace, it's not that good. The peasants of Nanisland are quite far and spread apart. Your spymaster, Eskild of Sutherland, suggests investing in a provincial messenger. Oh, wait, Eskild of Sutherland. It wasn't called that for a long time. You're only 55, though. They may have turned into a dragon before I made the changes. That's possible. So we shouldn't really judge whether or not it's still too generous based on this. We need to see if the dragons die out faster than more spawn in, essentially. Yeah, give me the gold. Of course I'll take the gold. Especially if I'm spending money on messenger stations. But we do love this realm. And you know what? We've really benefited. I think we've done a great job. I mean, yeah, well, of course we've benefited from it. Ah, the temple is finished. More things that I can't afford to upgrade. So we need 4,500 for the next level of the City of Wonders, right? More prisoners. Oh, right, we've got to sacrifice prisoners. We need 4,500 for the temple upgrade. 4,800 for the temple upgrade. I'm going to call this the... That just doesn't make much sense. It's the city of... What is this? Valfjörstad. I'm going to call it the city. Who founded this city? Who was the first of us to land in Iceland? It was not Varma. Triggy Leatherneck. Land of the Rice and Snow. Grand City of Dong Iceland. Was it Triggy? Really? It was our second character that landed in Iceland. Wow. I guess it was then, huh? Well, you know what? The easiest way to check is we just go to the title itself and look at the history. Dong Iceland, history. And if we go all the way back, it was Triggy Leatherneck. We're going to call it... Trigystad. Yeah? What? Let's go. I'm going to go on Google Translate. Give me a second. English to Chinese. Let's type in city. What is city?
城市
Chengshi. Have we got like something a bit more...
市
That's a little complicated, isn't it? That's a little bit too much. I don't know if there's like a word that you can apply to like a suffix in... If anybody knows, that'd be useful. For the time being, we'll go with that. If there's like a suffix in Chinese that we can throw on that is commonly like thrown on to the end of cities, that'd be good. Like a berg or a stad or a, you know, whatever else you've got going on. That'd be really useful to have. But for now, I like that. Naming it after the person who founded it all those years ago is way better. And we've got the Colossus at the Isle of Man, Palace Godslayer, Gisland Temple. Why don't we rename that to like... What are we trying to do with this? We're trying to turn it into the new religious capital of the Germanic religion. We could call it like new... I don't really know. I haven't got any good ideas for that one, to be honest. Statue of a horse, of course, we'll rename it to Statue of Glitterhoof. Glitterhoof. Our Chancellor and currently our steed. We have Glitterhoof in steed form. And then ruler statue. Statue of Yuning. There you go. Much better. Okay. So the only one we're running to rename is the temple, but I haven't got any good ideas for that yet. If we get the Filker landed there, we could just call it the Filkerer or something like that. That would work fine. That'd be really, really good. Duchy of Cornwall. Oh, someone's also taken Devon. No, we're all right. All right, sorry. Let's get back to, you know what? Before I get distracted again. How's she doing? You could just arrange marriage. That's Frederick. No. Ah, infidel. Fuck. What with promises? She's still not up for it. We could try and sway her. See if we can just get her to join through the means of friendship. Her base reluctance is quite low. We send her a gift? Oh, the finest of linen cloaks for you, madam. The finest of chain. The finest pewter spoon. The Pope's hentai. We give her a signet ring. Oh, it's got to be something that's more valuable. Beautiful picture. It gives 0.01 month prestige, but because it's quality 2, it gives 30 opinion. Done. I don't want that shit. Let's see if that's enough to invite her to court. No! Our God's champion, the man who won 3 tournaments, finally died of the consumption that plagued him for 20 plus years? I mean, I feel like he always had consumption. Now what? Oh, you son of a bitch. I thought that might be enough. What about with promises too? Still not enough. She's still not up for it. Well, this guy has cancer, so he might just drop down dead soon anyway, but we also have 134% plot power on him. Let's also... Oh, he was drunkard. Maybe that was a mistake. I only sent him a gift. I didn't actually invite him. Can we not do that? Can we not send the invite? I might have just caught it in time. Oh, shit. Can I kick him out of the plot? Stop back in plot. Please stop. Yeah, get out. We don't need this drunkard guy going around telling people that he's part of a murder plot. Prosperity and growth. Guide my sword in battle or share your wisdom with me. No health. No health and long life. Oh, that's a shame. I guess because we've already taken it. Wisdom. He's 63. These are his twilight years. What would he do? Guide my sword in battle. Prosperity and growth or ancestors share your wisdom with me. Let's go for wisdom. I think that's a bit more appropriate. May the soul serve you in the afterlife. Hildeberg de Saint Omar. She's gone. Die. And on the subject of that, let's get to sacrificing, shall we? Get gone. Let's get rid of you and you. Bardas who want to keep. You can go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And what about blood games? This might be all we need. This might be the one. Come on. May the ancestors bestow their blessing on me. Keep the trade route running. My most vicious commodity. We can have a dragon fight in the blood games. Yes. My god. Oh, you idiot. Someone will let the plot slip. That's okay. We're committed then. Oh, but the plot's going ahead. Even though it was outed. Let the blood start flowing. Come on. More blood for the gods. The dragon. Who could have possibly guessed the dragon won in the blood games? Germanic priests are notorious throughout the world for their sanguinary practices. The many sacrifices performed in the name of the gods are an imperative necessity, a grim responsibility that every pious man must take part in if we wish to avoid the terrible wrath of our immortal masters. Yet few can deny that my accomplishments in sating the gods' eternal thirst tower above all of my colleagues. Through faith and dedication, I have cleansed the entirety of the land of rice and snow in a sea of blood, forging a sacred legacy that will not soon be forgotten. Have we actually done it? We actually have. We become the founder of a third bloodline. Piety, hemophiliac, hemophon, emo arc opinion, and sacrificing prisoners yields additional prestige. You know, I was just thinking to myself, boy, we really don't have that much prestige, do we, to say what we've achieved? Holy shit. Dark blood of Yuning. Prince Mayor Yuning Godslayer dedicated his life to build an empire of blood and skulls in honor of his fickle and cruel gods. We are the Tempest, we're the Builder, and we are the Bloody. What a guy! We've finally done it after all these years. And let me just double check, because is the mod even working? It is. We got to 214 out of 200. So I guess it just has a chance to fire whenever you go above that. Oh, interesting. So I wonder how long... I wonder if at the end of yesterday's episode we might have even had enough. We just didn't let enough time pass to see if it would solidify itself. What about Raider? 546 out of 200. And that's to forge the bloodline. We've doubled what we needed to get the bloodline, which is double what we need to get Sea King. What a fucking madman. Let's spend the gold on our horse. He's dead. Now. Join me. And this will be the cherry on the cake. This will be the cherry on the cake. We marry our son to a prodigy Lombard lady. She will not take religious conversion. Why? Because I tried to kill your father, attempting to murder a parent. Well, that's a bit crass. Marry my son. You'll love him. He's really thick, but you're a genius, and maybe you can do something about that. Nice picture. In fact, is that not straight out of Oblivion? There we are. And to put the cherry on the cake, the next generation may be better than any other generation because she has +6 to all of her stats, and that is inheritable. Maybe we get rid of slow, and maybe we end up with a tall prodigy child. It's entirely possible. I just hope they like one another. I hope they like one another. I hope there's a way that we can make them like one another maybe a little bit more. We can get that conversion going now. That'd be good. There you go. Good shit. She likes us a lot now. Why do you not like us so much? Because we're rivals. Because we pushed him too far. We gave him the ambitious trait. I see. He's not great. He's not a great character. His traits are fantastic. He has some of the best traits in the game there. I'm excited to see where this goes. How much longer can Yunin Godslayer live? I mean, it's insanity. This man is unstoppable. If we look to 100, I'd be very impressed. I don't think we will. But the wonders are coming along. And you know what? Even if he dies at the age of 63 with everything he's done, it's still more than we're going to do with any other character, so I'll take it. Thank you all for watching. We're back tomorrow. Again, still pre-recorded until the 29th, so looking forward to seeing all your reactions to finally getting this freaking bloodline. That's quite nice. I'll see you all then.